Okay, so today we're going to review the Airtel 5G ODU. Now, I got this router some months ago and I've used it for over 60 days. And I'm going to tell you the little or much I know about after using it for over 60 days, my experience, and what I'm going to do next after using it for over 60 days. So the backstory is that I've been using the MTN 5G for some years now, and this particular router, or the MTN 5G, has been serving me very well. But the challenge I have with MTN is that it's very, very expensive. I mean, their internet access is very reliable, especially the 5G. Very, very reliable. I mean, within my location, and it serves me. But the major challenge is that I spend a lot. So I need an internet access or an internet network that can give me an unlimited internet access without capping it. Like, for example, I spend over 75,000 naira every month on using this internet for my day-to-day activities. Most of my activities are done on the internet. This device is being, I think about up to 9 or 10 devices are connected to this device, and it serves very well. It's just like once in a while we have some downtime and all that, but in the recent this serves me very well. And you all know that on this channel I often go live, and this is the power behind it. But when I came across a creator that talked about this Airtel, so I was somehow interested because they said this ODU has unlimited. So I was somehow skeptical. But I said, let me try it, because it's 25,000. For me to spend 25,000 with free unlimited data, it's not a waste, because I know I spend about 75,000 on this monthly. So I got this, and I was wowed, because with that 25,000 I used over 450 gig in the first month. And if it were on this, it would cost me 75,000. But on this, I got that same value for the same, for 25,000 naira, 75,000, 25,000 naira. So that is where I now vow that I'm not going back to this. I'm going to continue with this. However, something happened along the line, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. So I'm going to walk you through my experience and why I have to bring this back to support this. Okay, so now the first impression when I got this device, getting it is not that difficult. You contact Airtel, go to any of their shop, you let them know you want to get this. So I think you have to pay, and then they will send an installer or an engineer to come and install it. So it didn't take it took almost 2 days for them to deliver this to me. And when the installer came around, it didn't take up to 30 minutes and they were done, because my location, I'm like in the center of Lagos. Virtually all the networks are available here, and their reception here are very high. So I know that I won't have issue finding signals and all that, because Airtel and other top internet provider in Nigeria, their service are available very well here. So, but the first impression, I discovered that the box is totally different from the one I normally have. I normally see on the internet. Like this one, this is the box for the outdoor units, and this one is for the indoor router. So here, these are the devices. This is the indoor router, this is the indoor router, and here is the outdoor unit. This one is mounted outside Although in my own case, I have to mount it indoor because when the solar came around, they just immediately they connected it while they are still testing it indoor. It got very, the reception was, the signal was very high, the signal strength was high, and the signal quality was also high. So I'm going to also explain the difference between signal strength and signal quality. Like sometimes when you have on your mobile device or any device that is connected to the internet, sometimes you see the bars maybe having full bar, like 4 bars or 5 bars, but with all those bars, the quality of the service is still very poor. So I'm going to shed more light into why that's that sometimes this happen on your devices. So this is it, and it also came with a 5000 milliamps battery. And the batteries, I do see that other people that have reviewed this device, theirs are smaller than this. So this one came with a 5000 milliamps battery, and someone can mount it on the wall. So this is all the packages that came with the 25,000 naira I paid for getting this outdoor unit. So it came with the outdoor unit, the indoor router, and a power backup. Now, so what I noticed, like I said earlier, the money or the investment on this made sense. Like in the first month, I consumed 450 gig in the first month, and I wanted to stretch to know whether if there's a cap on this device. And personally, from my background or the kind of thing I do, I don't need an extreme fast internet. Like this particular guy, if you throw anything at it, it will consume it. It can download like 1 gigabyte of data in less than 1 minute. Yeah, in less than 1 minute, it can download download 1 gig data in less than 1 minute, to show you how powerful it is. But I'm not the downloading type. I don't stream, I don't play games and all that. I just simply do content on the internet, do my business, web development, working with virtual servers and all that, programming stuff. So I just do all that. So I just need a moderate internet speed. So when I use this for the first month, when I use the outdoor router, in the first month, I felt that this is the solution that I needed. I don't need excess speed. All I just need is a stable internet that is not capped, that I can use for the whole month without any issues. So the speed test I tried, I have been saying the first month. Now coming to the second month, something totally changed. I realized that the speed dropped. Like I can virtually browse with this internet. So that was the reason why I have to bring this back. I already gave it to someone to exhaust the data that was remaining on it, but I have to recall this guy back to assist the Airtel ODU. So now there's something I want you guys to watch with me. So this is the test speed. So I tried this these two devices. Like let me show the history results. So here I tested this. If you check here, I tested this in the off-peak period, that is around 3 a.m. and then I tried it during the peak period, which is about 12 p.m. So this is the MTN. When I tried this peak test, the MTN that this guy was, the download speed was over 400 megabits per second, and the upload 63 Mbps. You get the point. And the ping was 14 milliseconds. So this is to show you how fast this MTN, this guy, how fast it is in my area. So now I try the Airtel. The Airtel was giving me 80 Mbps download speed, and for the upload speed 25 Mbps, and the ping was 19 milliseconds, which is I mean, I'm okay with this speed. This speed is very, very much okay for me. And mind you, this Airtel, the outdoor unit, is, I mean, the one I subscribe for, which is the 25,000, that is, I think, is capped at 50 Mbps, but it trots up to 80 Mbps, and even sometimes up to 100. Yeah, I think I've tried it and it throttled to up to 100 on my phone. So this is one good thing about this this ODU. With this speed, I'm very, very much okay. I don't need excess speed. I just need a moderate speed that I can use for what I want to use without any capping. So now this is in the off-peak period. So later this same day, during the peak period, that is when other devices are connected to the central unit or whatever. Now I started seeing, look at the Airtel. The Airtel dropped to not up to 1 Mbps, and upload is about 3 Mbps, and you can see the ping 93 milliseconds, very, very slow. So the Airtel was terrible. I mean, in the second month I started experiencing this terrible thing. Off peak period it works okay, but during the peak period, so this now, I started wondering, is it that because I've heard someone talk about that in the first month of subscribing to Airtel ODU, it works very well, very fast. Then when you do the next subscription, you start seeing different things. I don't know, but I will like the Airtel company. I mean, they need to put out something to explain this, because it's so very, very strange. Immediately I finished after the first month subscription, subscribing the second time, the speed is horrible. In fact, I'm almost giving up on this device as it is right now, because it's you can't do anything with less than 1 Mbps. We just trouble, and the throttle sometimes it becomes better, sometimes it drops, so I can't even depend on it. And this affected me, on this channel late last year, December last year, I did a marathon streaming for over 24 days or so, and this was one of the reasons why I stopped. I planned to make it up to 30 days, but because of this challenge with my internet connection, I had to suspend it. I think I stopped around 24 or 25th day. So this is one of the reasons why I stopped my live stream. So now, seeing the MTN, you can see MTN, the same period, you can see that this is within 12:41 p.m. and 12:37 p.m. So you see MTN in the peak period is still trying at 81 Mbps, and the upload speed with 5 Mbps, and you can see the ping time very fast, 12 milliseconds. So this is the reason why I decided to bring this back. So what I'm doing now is that I have to subscribe to this just for others using this outdoor unit. I have to subscribe so that others will have access to it, and then I have to dedicate this for my real-time activities on the internet. So that's it. So I don't I would like to have your own opinion. If you have used this ODU, the Airtel ODU 5G ODU, how is it working in your area? Is it very nice, or do you have similar experience like what I have? Now, coming to the, I thought about having big bars, and having full bar, and at the same time you're not getting, the quality is very poor. The first time the Airtel ODU was set up in my space, like the first time, you can see here, I put it close to my window, that the study room window, and the ROS RP was -83. It was good. Then if you check, you can see that at some point I made some adjustments. It become excellent to the extent right now I have to adjust it and put in different locations within my space, and I'm not getting it very well. As you can see right now, it is very poor. The last time I checked it, it was very, very poor. So now one thing you need to notice now, if you come over here, you can see the signal strength and signal quality. So when your device is connected to the nearest base station, if it's very close, or let me say if the signal is very strong, that will show in the bar. But when you have full bar, like the way we say it here in Nigeria, when you have full bar, that doesn't guarantee that the quality, or when you make call or when you browse with it, the quality will be high. So this determines the signal quality. You see here, when you check around there, you see that when the number is very high, it is, the signal, the quality is excellent. But when it drops, like you can see this one, the SINR, that is the signal quality, is less than, is -11. Like here, you can see the signal quality is 1. So what affects this signal quality is when there's congestion in the base station that is closest to you. Even if the signal strength is high, but if there are a lot of devices connected to it, it will affect the signal quality. So there's difference between signal strength and signal quality. So signal strength is how close you are to the nearest base station, while the signal quality is the quality that you can get from that base station that is closest to you. So if we have other devices that are connected, it will impact or affect the signal quality you are getting. I hope you get the point. So like this excellent that you see here, I got this particular location in excellent mode during the off-peak period. That is when people are no longer connected to the base station, or devices are not connected to the base station. So that is the biggest challenge I have with this Airtel ODU. So I'm using this to support it, and it might get to some point I might eventually dish this out and start and resume this fully, paying the normal fee that I'm paying before. So let me know your thoughts. I would like if you have similar experience, or you have experience totally different from the Airtel ODU, please share it in the comment section. And don't forget to give this video a like if this video was helpful. And I do talk about content creating on this channel. So if you love knowing more about creating quality content on YouTube, then please do subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.